Hey everyone, and welcome back to Talk Tickers, the show where we help you decipher earnings calls and figure out what's actually going on in the market.
That's right. We break it all down.
Yeah, and today we're going to be diving deep into Klaviyo's Q4 2024 performance.
It's a good one.
Yeah, get ready for some seriously impressive numbers and a glimpse into how this platform is aiming to become much more than just like email marketing, you know?
Much more than email. Yeah, they're really trying to redefine consumer engagement.
Exactly.
From the ground up.
Yes. So first, let's get to the headlines here. Klaviyo pulled in a whopping $270 million in revenue this quarter.
Big numbers.
Huge. That's a 34% jump compared to last year. And that puts them on track for a $1 billion annual run rate.
$1 billion run rate. That's incredible.
I know. And get this, they're doing it profitably.
What?
Almost $150 million in free cash flow for the full year.
That's amazing. I think what's really striking here is not just the growth, but the efficiency with which they're doing it. Yeah. They're blowing past the Rule of 40 benchmark, which means that they found this sweet spot between growing really fast and maintaining profitability.
Okay, so for anyone who's unfamiliar with the Rule of 40, it's a metric used to gauge the health of software companies.
Yeah.
And essentially, you add their revenue growth rate to their profit margin, and a score of 40 or higher is considered a sign of like a strong and sustainable business.
Exactly. And Klaviyo is way above that, indicating that they're running a really tight ship while still, pushing for a really aggressive growth and expansion.
Now, you don't just stumble into this kind of success. So what's going on behind the scenes?
Yeah.
Well, one of the key factors driving Klaviyo's performance is their strategic move to attract larger enterprise-level clients.
That's right. This is a really bold move, and it's paying off big time.
Yeah.
This quarter alone, they snagged some really big names like Clark's Grunt Style Reebok champion.
Whoa, those are some like big name, iconic brands. And it's not just about the name recognition.
No.
These companies have complex data needs. So for them to choose, Klaviyo says a lot about the platform's capabilities.
Absolutely. I mean, think about a company like Clark's, right?
Wow.
They were juggling multiple vendors. They were dealing with 24-hour delays in processing data, which made real-time personalized marketing practically impossible.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So how are they using Klaviyo to overcome these hurdles, right?
Yeah.
Well, they're bringing together all sorts of data from point-of-sale systems to their online store and leveraging Klaviyo's AI to segment customers and personalize their marketing in real time.
Wow.
And this kind of data integration is a game changer for brands looking to step up their marketing game.
It seems like they've found a way to appeal to both scrappy startups and these established giants.
Yeah.
Which is quite a feat.
Absolutely. It positions them really well for continued growth.
Yeah.
And speaking of growth, we can't ignore their international expansion.
Right.
Their revenue outside the U.S. exploded this quarter, surging by 49%, with Europe leading the charge.
That's wild. 49%.
Yeah.
So this isn't just a happy accident. They've been strategically investing in international markets by expanding language support, widening their SMS coverage, and tailoring their platform to different regions.
Yeah, and let's not forget their partnership with WooCommerce, which gives them access to this global network of over 4 million merchants, many of whom are outside the typical e-commerce world.
Okay, so that's a huge opportunity to tap into new markets and really expand their reach.
Huge.
So we've seen phenomenal financial performance, a strategic move upmarket, and this aggressive international expansion. It's clear that Klaviyo is not content with simply being an email marketing platform.
No, they're aiming much higher than that.
Yeah.
They're building a data-centric platform with AI at its core, a platform that can deliver these like hyper-personalized experiences that modern consumers crave.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. It's all about data and AI, and this isn't just some marketing jargon.
No.
They're actually weaving AI into every facet of their platform.
Right. It's not just a buzzword for them. It's their DNA. They're using AI to drive everything from smarter product recommendations to predicting the best channel to reach each customer.
It's all about taking the guesswork out of marketing and making each interaction count. And what's even more exciting is that they're just getting started.
Oh, yeah.
The potential here is enormous.
Huge.
So speaking of shaking things up, they just rolled out some interesting new pricing features.
Yes. Things like auto downgrades and more flexible sending options, which signal a focus on making the platform more user-friendly and aligning costs with actual usage.
So this is a really smart move, especially in the current economic climate.
Yeah.
It shows that they're listening to their customers and are committed to delivering value at every price point.
Absolutely. It also reinforces their belief that data is at the heart of their value proposition.
Yeah.
Customers pay for active profiles, making it clear that the real value lies in the insights and personalization that Klaviyo enables.
So what stands out to you from this earnings call? What are your initial impressions?
You know what's fascinating to me is their expansion beyond traditional e-commerce.
Okay.
They're targeting new verticals like restaurants, yoga studios, even rugby teams.
Rugby teams.
Yeah, it hints at a much broader vision for the future, a future where personalized experiences are the norm for every consumer-facing business.
Okay, that's a bold vision and makes you wonder, how will they adapt their marketing expertise to these diverse industries?
That's the million-dollar question.
Yeah, can they successfully translate their success in e-commerce to restaurants or fitness studios?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they approach this challenge.
Okay, let's move on to our This Is Not Financial Advice segment, where we throw out some speculative and potentially outrageous trading ideas based on what we've learned.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Okay, so let's say you're feeling incredibly bullish on Klaviyo's future.
Okay.
You believe they're going to become the go-to platform for consumer engagement dominating the CRM space.
Okay, I like where this is going.
Okay, in that case, here's a wild thought. Buy long-dated call options, betting that their stock price will double in the next 3 years.
Now that is a risky play, no doubt. But consider the potential upside if Klaviyo manages to become the CRM for consumer brands expanding beyond just marketing. That stock price could skyrocket.
Of course, this is purely hypothetical and for entertainment purposes only.
Of course.
Do your own research and consult a financial advisor before making any investment decisions.
Always good advice.
But it is fun to speculate, especially when a company like Klaviyo is showing such impressive momentum.
Absolutely.
All right, so stay tuned for part 2 of our Klaviyo deep dive, where we'll delve even further into their financials and analyze their guidance for the coming year.
Welcome back to Talk Tickers. We're in the thick of our Klaviyo deep dive, dissecting their latest earnings call and trying to understand what it all means for the future of consumer engagement.
In part 1, we were blown away by their incredible revenue growth, their strategic shift upmarket, and that aggressive international expansion.
And we talked about how their focus on data and AI is really setting them apart in a crowded marketing technology landscape. They're not just talking about personalization.
Right.
They're actually building a platform that truly delivers it.
Right, but let's dig a little deeper into their financials and see what's fueling this impressive performance.
Yeah.
So they wrapped up the year with a non-GAAP operating margin of 12%,
Wow.
which shows that they're not just growing, they're doing it profitably.
And remember, they accomplished this while investing heavily in their platform and expanding into new markets.
Yeah.
That's a sign of disciplined execution and a focus on building a sustainable business.
Now let's talk about their guidance for 2025.
Okay.
They're projecting revenue between $1.156 billion and $1.164 billion,
Okay.
which represents a growth rate of 23% to 24%.
That's a slight slowdown from the 34% growth they saw in 2024, but still a very healthy pace, especially considering the uncertain economic conditions we're facing.
Absolutely. And they're also projecting a non-GAAP operating margin of 11% to 12%, suggesting that they're committed to maintaining that profitability as they continue to invest in their growth initiatives.
It's a balancing act for sure, but one that they seem to be managing effectively.
So what are some of the factors that could impact their performance in 2025? What are the potential risks and challenges that they need to navigate?
Well, the macroeconomic environment is a big one.
Yeah.
Inflation, rising interest rates, the possibility of a recession.
Right.
All of these things could put a damper on consumer spending, which could then impact Klaviyo's customers and their marketing budgets.
That's a valid concern. But Klaviyo does have a diverse customer base
Yeah,
across different industries and geographies,
that's true.
which might help mitigate some of that risk.
Another potential challenge is competition.
Right.
The marketing technology space is incredibly competitive,
Yeah.
with established players and new entrants all vying for market share.
So how can they stay ahead of the game?
Well, their data-first approach and AI capabilities give them a strong edge, but they can't afford to become complacent.
Right. They need to continue to innovate and evolve their platform
Exactly.
to stay ahead of the curve.
And then there's the challenge of successfully expanding beyond e-commerce into those new verticals we talked about.
Like restaurants, yoga studios, rugby teams.
Right.
It's a ambitious move, and it remains to be seen how effectively they can adapt their platform and marketing expertise to these new industries.
They'll need to build strong partnerships and establish credibility in these new markets, all while maintaining their focus on their core e-commerce business.
It's a delicate balancing act, but their track record of execution suggests they're up to the task.
Let's shift gears and talk about their international expansion, which is a key growth driver for them.
Yeah, they've already made significant progress with international revenue growing 42% in 2024.
And they're pouring resources into accelerating this growth, expanding language support, broadening SMS coverage, and building localized teams.
Their partnership with WooCommerce is also a major boost to their international ambitions, giving them access to that massive global network of merchants.
It's a smart strategic move that positions them well for continued global expansion.
Now let's circle back to their data platform and AI capabilities, which are arguably their biggest strengths.
Their data platform is designed to ingest and unify data from all sorts of sources, providing this really comprehensive view of the customer.
And they're using AI to extract valuable insights from this data,
Right.
driving those personalized experiences and optimizing marketing campaigns.
They're even embedding AI into their product development process, creating features that automate tasks and empower marketers to be much more efficient.
It all ties back to their vision of becoming the CRM for the consumer world, a platform that powers personalized experiences across the entire customer journey.
It's a bold vision, and it remains to be seen how fully they can realize it.
But their data platform and AI capabilities certainly lay a strong foundation for this ambition.
Absolutely. They're clearly committed to innovation and pushing the boundaries of what's possible in the marketing technology space.
But with that ambition comes a new set of challenges.
For sure.
One that comes to mind is data privacy.
That's a crucial point. As they collect and analyze more and more customer data, they need to be incredibly careful to do so responsibly and in compliance with evolving privacy regulations.
They also need to be transparent with their customers about how their data is being used and provide them with control over the privacy settings.
Another challenge is ensuring that their AI is ethical and unbiased.
Right.
As AI plays a larger role in their platform, they need to be very mindful of potential biases and make sure their algorithms are fair and equitable.
And they need to be transparent about how their AI works, providing mechanisms for users to understand and challenge its recommendations.
These are complex issues, but it seems that Klaviyo is taking them seriously. They've made public statements about their commitment to responsible data practices and ethical AI development.
And they've brought in experts in these fields to guide their efforts, which is encouraging.
Let's talk about their team and their leadership, which are always critical factors in a company's success.
Yeah, their co-founder and CEO, Andrew Bielecki, is a visionary leader with a deep understanding of data and marketing technology.
And their CFO, Amanda Whalen, brings a wealth of financial expertise and operational experience to the table.
They've also assembled a talented team of engineers, product managers, and marketers who are passionate about their mission.
This combination of strong leadership and a talented team is a valuable asset as they navigate the challenges and opportunities ahead.
So let's recap what we've covered in part 2 of our deep dive.
We took a closer look at Klaviyo's impressive financials, including their strong profitability and healthy revenue growth projections.
We discussed their strategic move, upmarket, their international expansion, and of course their focus on data and AI.
And we highlighted some of the potential risks and challenges they face, from competition and macroeconomic pressures to the critical need for responsible data practices and ethical AI.
Overall, Klaviyo is a company with a bold vision, a strong track record of execution, and a compelling value proposition.
They're a force to be reckoned with in the marketing technology space, and we'll be watching their progress closely in the coming years.
Join us for part 3 of our deep dive, where we'll synthesize the key takeaways from this earnings call and discuss what it all means for marketers and businesses. Welcome back to Talk Tickers. We spent the last 2 segments really dissecting Klaviyo's Q4 2024 earnings call, and now it's time to step back and look at the bigger picture here.
Yeah, we've covered a lot of ground, from their financial performance to their ambitious vision of becoming like the go-to platform for consumer engagement.
And we've talked about how their focus on data and AI is allowing them to deliver the kind of like hyper-personalized experiences that modern consumers expect.
So let's pull it all together.
Yeah.
What are the key takeaways here for marketers and business owners?
So what does Klaviyo's success tell us about the evolving landscape of consumer engagement?
Like, what are the big lessons here?
Yeah, I think the first takeaway is that data is no longer just a nice to have. It's the foundation of any successful marketing strategy.
Yeah.
Klaviyo's success is built on their ability to collect, unify, and activate data in real time.
Real time, that's key.
Yeah, and that's what allows them to understand their customers deeply and deliver truly relevant experiences.
Absolutely. And it's not just about collecting data, it's about using it intelligently.
Right.
Klaviyo's sophisticated AI capabilities allow them to extract valuable insights from that data, which then drives personalized recommendations, predictive analytics, and campaign optimization.
So if you're a marketer or a business owner listening to this, you need to be asking yourself, are we truly data-driven? Do we have the tools and infrastructure in place to effectively collect, manage, and leverage our customer data?
That's the critical question, because if you're not using data to its full potential, you're falling behind.
100%.
The second takeaway, I think, is that personalization goes way beyond simply addressing someone by their first name in an email.
Right.
It's about understanding their individual needs, preferences, and behaviors, and then tailoring your interactions accordingly.
Like really knowing your customer.
Yeah. Klaviyo has shown that this level of personalization is possible even at scale, thanks to their data-driven approach and AI capabilities.
It's no longer enough to send generic blast emails or display one-size-fits-all website content.
No.
Consumers expect brands to know them and provide experiences that feel relevant and engaging.
And personal?
Yeah. So the question for marketers becomes, how are we personalizing our customer interactions? Are we going beyond basic segmentation and truly leveraging data to create individualized experiences?
That's where the magic happens.
Yeah, for sure. And the third takeaway, which I think is really interesting, is that the lines between marketing, customer service, and sales are becoming increasingly blurred.
Yeah, it's all blending together.
Yeah, Klaviyo's vision of being the CRM for the consumer world really highlights this trend.
Yeah.
They're moving beyond marketing automation to power personalized experiences across the entire customer journey.
The whole thing. This means that businesses need to think holistically about customer interactions, ensuring that data is shared seamlessly across departments and that every touchpoint contributes to a cohesive and personalized experience.
You can't just have separate silos for marketing, sales, and customer service anymore.
Nope.
These functions need to be integrated and aligned if you want to create a seamless customer experience.
Exactly. And that's a big challenge for a lot of organizations.
Yeah.
But it's essential to meeting the ever-increasing expectations of today's consumers.
And finally, the fourth takeaway is that AI is not just some futuristic concept.
Right.
It's a powerful tool that marketers can leverage right now.
It's here.
Yeah, Klaviyo is a perfect example of how AI can be used to automate tasks, extract insights from data, and create personalized experiences at scale.
But it's important to remember that AI isn't a magic solution.
Right.
It requires careful planning, implementation, and monitoring to ensure it's being used effectively and ethically.
Marketers need to educate themselves about AI, experiment with different tools and techniques, and figure out what works best for their specific business.
Absolutely. AI is a rapidly evolving field, so it's crucial to stay up to date on the latest developments and best practices.
So wrapping this all up, I think the biggest takeaway from Klaviyo's success is that companies that prioritize data personalization and customer centricity are the ones that will thrive in this new era of consumer engagement.
Couldn't agree more.
They've proven that it's possible to achieve both rapid growth and strong profitability by focusing on delivering exceptional customer experiences.
That's the key.
Yeah, this is a lesson that all businesses, regardless of their industry or size, can learn from.
Yeah.
Klaviyo's journey is a testament to the power of innovation, customer obsession, and a data-driven approach.
Yeah.
And it feels like they're just getting started.
It's exciting to think about what they might do next.
Yeah.
And we'll certainly be keeping a close eye on their progress.
Absolutely. And that's a wrap on our deep dive into Klaviyo. We hope you found this episode insightful and maybe even a little inspiring.
As always, stay curious, stay data-driven, and keep those personalized experiences flowing.
Until next time.